Hello, right, another Maker Advent, and as you can see on the desk, there are a lot of boards. We've got microcontrollers, we've got single board computers, there's even a Rogue 555. I'm going to put that there. Why are there a lot of boards here? Well, it's to talk about what's the ideal board for you. So just like soldering iron in the previous video, link up there, if I remember this time, there is no ideal board for everyone. You can't pick up this board and go, right, I'm going to learn everything I need to know about robotics, computing, coding with one board. You will learn aspects and then go to different things and choose different boards for different reasons. And I've got in front of us now a plethora. Yes, word of the day, plethora. A choice, a cornucopia of boards. And these are some of the boards that I have. You think this is a lot? Wait. This is my box of microcontrollers, some SPCs, and yeah, Arduino, Adafruit, Fortronics, Kitronics, M5 stack, FPGAs, PyComs, all sorts of stuff in here. Let's try and keep it in short. Lots of different boards. My SPC box is here. Librelette computer, an original Pi, Jetson Nano, an x86 SPC that I got years ago. Some compute modules are in there, and a ton of Pi Zeros. Oh, and a Beagle board as well. So for me, there is no ideal board. I use them all for different reasons. I'm going to go through a few different boards here and just explain why I have them. I'm not going to go through all of them, it'll be a long video and boring. Start off, something for the kids. So kids want to learn a bit of coding. They want to do something cool, make some lights flash, play with Christmas lights, that sort of thing. Microbit, 15 quid. Program with MicroPython, their own web language, like a block language. Ideal. Works on Mac, Windows, Linux, whatever, just plugs in, appears as a USB device, you just drop the code onto it, done and dusted. The board's got crocodile clip connections for making simple circuits, accelerometer, buttons, some LEDs to scroll messages on the front. Doddle. The kids want to do a bit of Arduino, and it's easy to do Arduino. Just, take it slowly. Do the blink sketch first to make sure you're happy. There's my original Arduino. An Uno R2 from about 2011, I think. Maker Uno, 8 quid from the Pi Hut. Superb, really good board. I did a blog post about that. Other Arduinos are here as well. That's a Mega, but shrunk down to a really small footprint. Loads more GPIO pins. That's a Maker 1010. Yeah, Maker Wi-Fi. Has Wi-Fi on this. Arduinos are great. Really good. You want a computer? So the kid hasn't got a computer, or you haven't got a computer and you want to do some tinkering? Raspberry Pi 4. Really good. Relatively cheap as well. Full Linux computer. And you can do what you want. You've got GPIOs, make electronic connections to hats and boards. Great. Let's see. So let's say you want to have something small, powerful, easy to use. Perhaps you want Wi-Fi. Okay. Do a little change here. These three boards are ESP based boards. Wemos D1, D1 Mini, they have ESP8266, so I can control, I can do Wi-Fi and control GPIO pins. This is an ESP32 camera. These three use Arduino language and MicroPython. Go online, do lots of cool stuff. And relatively easy. MicroPython's quite easy to use. You just flash the code onto the board. You then get an environment to write your code onto, like a file called main.py or code.py. But if you wanted to run something a bit different, you can run CircuitPython, which is really Adafruit's version. And these boards here all run, in fact that one doesn't, let's move it over there. These boards here all run CircuitPython. Adafruit QT Py, Benjamin Shockley's rather fetching Lego man, that is an SBC, you can program that. And he's got a little heart that lights up, it's really cute. We've got Arturo's Serpente, which looks like an ATtiny85 layout, but it's got a full ARM chip inside there. And we've got Adafruit's Clue, which has a screen, loads of connections. Looks like a microbit, but a lot more powerful, a lot more expensive as well. It's like 3 times the price, so kids, get that if you're starting out. But which of these is the ideal board for you? You'll find out. The best thing to do is just get one and see how you go. So I started out with an Arduino. Didn't actually get on very well with it. I used it, made some lights flash, but that was it. It wasn't until the Pi came out, straighten that up, that I actually got on with learning to code, learning electronics, and making some projects. So if one doesn't work for you, try something else. Have fun with it. If you can, get something cheap to start with. QT Py and CZOW here, they're about £5 each, so about $7 or $8. Microbit, £15, so about $25. Cheap. Raspberry Pi, $35 to start with, and still about 35 quid in the UK. Get something cheap, have a go. The ultimate cheap thing on here is that ATtiny, which is an Arduino. Before coronavirus and COVID were on the scene, I was picking those up from China for 75 pence. 75p. And I made a robot out of it, and I'll put a link down there to show you how I made a robot out of it. But yeah, that's it for today. Enjoy, and just remember, there is no ideal board. Choose the board that you would like to investigate further and learn from. Cheers.